right, welcome back for another deep dive. Today, we're going on a little bit of a digital expedition.
Oh, a digital expedition. I like that. Where are we headed?
Well, our destination is this blog post titled This Week in Review, or TWIR, as the author calls it, for 2025, Week '07. It's from kianmeng.org.
Okay, a week in review. What's so special about this one?
The author, who calls himself an old software plumber, seems to be on a mission of serious self-improvement.
Serious, huh? What makes you say that?
Just take a look at the categories they track. We've got health, mindfulness, coding, decluttering, reading, you name it.
Wow, that is a lot. It's like they're trying to optimize every aspect of their life. I'm intrigued. Where should we start?
Well, you can't build a house without a solid foundation, right? So let's begin with their health.
Makes sense. What's their approach?
First up, sleep. They aim for 7 hours daily.
7 hours. That's ambitious. Do they make it?
They average 6 hours this week, which is a big improvement from the previous week.
Okay, so close, but no cigar. What helped them get closer to their goal?
They credit a new mattress.
Ah, the power of a good mattress. I can relate to that. But it makes you wonder, what was going on with the old one? Was it just worn out, or were there underlying sleep issues they were trying to address?
That's a good question. And like you said, good sleep impacts everything: mood, energy levels, how well you think.
Oh, absolutely. A well-rested mind is a sharp mind. What else is on their health agenda?
Well, beyond sleep, they're also targeting 5,500 walking steps each day.
5,500. Not an insignificant number. How'd they do?
They actually managed to average almost 6,000 steps.
Wow. So they were exceeding their goal. What were they doing? Training for a marathon?
Not exactly. Some days were packed with steps because they were tackling home improvement projects.
Yeah,
Sounds like they got a workout just painting.
that's one way to heat your step count. But I imagine some days were less active, too.
Exactly. They mentioned rainy days that kept them mostly indoors.
Yeah, you need those rest days, too. You can't be on all the time.
Right. It's about that balance, isn't it? Finding that sweet spot between pushing yourself and allowing time to recover.
Absolutely. So we've got sleep, we've got steps. What about fuel? How's our software plumber powering their system?
Well, they're following a 168 intermittent fasting schedule.
Okay, so 16 hours of fasting followed by an 8-hour eating window. It's a popular approach these days.
Yep. And in addition to that, they're also trying out something called the 2-1-1-2-2-1 diet.
The 2-on-1-2-2-1 diet. And that's one I haven't heard of.
Each meal is basically 2 parts plants, 1 part protein, and 1 part carbs.
Interesting. So lots of emphasis on those whole foods. It sounds like a system our software plumber might appreciate. Clean, efficient, and focused on quality ingredients.
Exactly. But even with the best intentions, life happens. They mentioned a late dinner one night that threw their fasting schedule off a bit.
Happens to the best of us. We're all human after all, right?
And speaking of human, they confessed to some regret after a takeout indulgence.
Oh, takeout regret. I think we've all been there. What kind of regret are we talking about?
Gas and bloating, mainly. Plus, they noticed their weight fluctuated after that carb-heavy meal.
It's a classic tale. The siren song of takeout. But hey, it's all about awareness. They recognized the slip-up, noted the effects, and now they can adjust their strategy.
It's like debugging code, but for your body.
Exactly. You identify the problem, analyze the cause, and implement a fix. Now that's what I call a systems thinking approach to well-being.
All right, so we've covered sleep, movement, and fuel. What's next on the agenda?
Well, we can't forget about the mind. How's our software plumber keeping their mental gears well-oiled?
They have a dedicated mindfulness practice, specifically sitting meditation.
Oh, nice. Meditation can be so beneficial, especially in our fast-paced world. Are they doing anything specific?
They mentioned deepening their practice by counting breaths.
Counting breaths. Interesting. How does that work?
They try to reach at least 20 breaths, which takes about 3 minutes, and believe it's more effective than doing shorter bursts.
That makes sense. It takes a few minutes for the mind to settle, to quiet down the internal chatter. Like booting up a complex program, you need that initial loading time.
It's all about training the mind, right? Gently, but consistently.
Exactly. And is that all they do for mindfulness? Or are there other practices they're exploring?
They also incorporate walking meditation into their gardening routine.
Ah, so a bit of multitasking. Getting those steps in while cultivating a sense of presence. I like it. Speaking of presence, they describe this week as well-rested and stoic. What do you make of that, especially since they also practice mental noting?
It's intriguing, isn't it? Mental noting, from what I understand, is about observing your thoughts and emotions without judgment. Maybe that contributes to their calmness and, as they put it, stoicism.
It's a fascinating glimpse into their emotional landscape. But Stoic can have different interpretations. Is it true inner peace, or could it be a way of masking deeper feelings? This is just a snapshot of their week, after all.
Right, like a single frame from a whole movie. There's so much we don't see. Okay, enough of the deep thoughts for now. Let's talk food again.
Food. Always a good topic. What's on the menu this week?
They're all about using fresh ingredients and avoiding those artificial pastes you find in some dishes.
A purist. It's like they're applying their software plumber mentality to their diet. Clean code, clean ingredients.
And for protein, they're still loving those hard-boiled eggs.
A classic for a reason. Simple, nutritious, and portable. But their avoidance of those pastes is interesting. They mention understanding their composition and how they could potentially contribute to chronic illnesses down the road.
It's like they're taking a preventative approach to their health, not just treating symptoms, but addressing potential root causes. Now that's proactive.
Definitely. It's about being mindful of the long-term impact of our choices, not just the immediate gratification. So, beyond food, what other areas are they focusing on?
Well, decluttering seems to be a recurring theme. They've got this awesome on the way to the kitchen, clear one-item strategy.
Oh, I love that. So simple, yet so effective. It's like sneaking in those micro improvements throughout the day.
Exactly. And this week, they focused mostly on the garage.
The garage. Makes sense if they were painting and needed to clear some space. But what about their workspace? Did they tackle that too?
Not quite. That seems to be their Achilles heel. They mention a drawer they need to organize, some paperwork piling up, and even replacement curtains that still need to be hung.
It's comforting to know that even someone so dedicated to self-improvement has their kryptonite. It makes them relatable. We all have those areas we struggle with.
Absolutely. It's not about being perfect, but about continuous improvement, even if it's in small steps.
Progress over perfection, right?
Right.
Okay, so we've got health, mindfulness, and decluttering. What's next? What's our software plumber reading these days?
They mentioned digging into a book about blood pressure, blood sugar, and blood lipids.
Wow, they're really getting into the science behind their health choices. It's like they're studying the source code of their own biology.
Exactly. But they're also searching for a good fiction read. They've been skimming through a few different books, but haven't found one that's really captured their attention yet.
It's tough finding that perfect book sometimes. That one that just grabs you and pulls you in. It's like searching for the right algorithm to unlock your reading enjoyment.
Speaking of algorithms, let's shift gears to coding. It seems our author's been busy contributing to open source projects.
Oh, that's fantastic. What kind of contributions are they making?
They mentioned fixing typos and updating CI for Elixir 1.1 deep.
It's often those small, seemingly insignificant contributions that make the biggest difference. It speaks volumes about their commitment to the developer community, like they're leaving little love notes in the code for others to find.
I like that. Little love notes in the code. And beyond those open source contributions, they've also been working on Python pet projects.
Python pet projects, huh? Sounds interesting. What are they working on?
They're exploring AI tools for refactoring code and identifying potential issues.
So really on the cutting edge, always exploring new technologies and finding ways to integrate them into their work. It's that kind of curiosity and willingness to experiment that keeps you at the top of your game.
And speaking of keeping at it, let's talk about writing.
Writing. Okay, tell me more. What's their writing routine like?
They aim to publish 2 blog posts every day. They're even rereading older posts to see how they can improve.
Wow, 2 posts a day. That's impressive. That takes dedication. Are they using any tools to help with their writing?
They mentioned using AI tools like Gemini, Notebook LM, and Imagen for inspiration and even project review.
Wow, they're really embracing these new technologies.
Uh,
It's amazing how AI can be used to support creativity. They're not just passively consuming information, they're actively shaping it and exploring new forms of expression.
right. It's like they're having a conversation with these AI tools, bouncing ideas back and forth and seeing where it leads. And they've been blogging since 2011.
11 years. That's serious commitment. It's like they've created this digital time capsule of their thoughts and experiences, and they're inviting us to explore it with them.
Exactly. And this week they published 2 new entries in their Elixir series, focusing on UUID v4 and HTTP retry.
So technology and coding are clearly more than just a job for them. They're passions that weave their way into everything they do. It's like their mind is constantly seeking new connections and possibilities.
Okay, moving on to a different kind of passion, fish keeping.
Fish keeping. Now that's an interesting hobby. What's going on in their underwater world this week?
They have a yellow-blue rack project that's currently on hold while they finish up the painting.
A yellow-blue rack. Sounds intriguing. What is that? Some kind of elaborate aquarium setup?
That's what I'm wondering too. We'll have to keep an eye out for future updates. But they are actively maintaining their outdoor ponds.
Ponds, plural. This is serious business.
Yeah.
It suggests a more natural, ecosystem-focused approach. It's like they're creating their own little slice of aquatic paradise.
It's pretty cool. They mentioned feeding the fish and topping up the water regularly. It's clear they care about their finned friends.
It's not just a hobby, it's a responsibility. Okay, so we've covered fish keeping. What about gardening? What's sprouting up in their garden this week?
Well, their focus this week seems to be on organizing and expanding the space. They're even creating 4 distinct workspaces.
4 workspaces. That sounds ambitious. What are they planning to do with all that space?
They talk about optimizing different areas for specific microclimates, like that they're designing a custom habitat for each type of plant.
It's like they're playing matchmaker between plants and their ideal environments. I admire that level of dedication. It's all about creating the perfect conditions for growth and flourishing.
And finally, we come to photography.
Photography. Okay, this I have to hear about. What's their photographic focus this week?
It seems they're on a mission to find the perfect macro lens for their mobile phone.
Ah, macro photography. The art of capturing those tiny details that often go unnoticed. It's like they're trying to reveal the hidden beauty of the miniature worlds they're cultivating, both in their garden and their ponds.
It's a wonderful way to appreciate the intricacies of nature, right? Seeing the world through a different lens, both literally and figuratively.
Absolutely. It speaks to a deep curiosity and a desire to see the world in new ways. This software plumber clearly have a keen eye for detail and a passion for exploration, both in the digital realm and the natural world.
It's amazing how much we can learn about someone from a single blog post. It's like we've been on a digital archaeological dig, sifting through the layers of their life and uncovering these fascinating artifacts.
It's a testament to the power of observation. And now, I'm dying to know, what do you think are the biggest takeaways from this week in review? What does it reveal about our software plumbers' values, priorities, and overall approach to life?
It really is amazing what you can glean from just one person's week, you know?
Right. And the thing that jumps out at me is how broad their self-improvement efforts are.
Yeah, it's not just 1 or 2 things. They're hitting everything from their physical health to mental well-being to creative pursuits.
It's like they're running multiple programs at once, all with the goal of optimizing their life experience.
And they seem to be approaching it all with this systems thinking mindset, like with their meticulously planned garden or their mindful approach to eating.
Exactly. Even their contributions to open source projects demonstrate this thoughtful approach to design and execution.
But what I find so refreshing is their honesty about the struggles they face.
Yes. They admit that decluttering their workspace is an uphill battle, and that finding a captivating book isn't always easy. It makes the whole self-improvement journey feel so much more human and relatable.
Totally. It's a good reminder that none of us are perfect, and it's not about achieving some mythical state of perfection. It's about striving to be better while accepting the messy reality of being human.
It's like debugging code. You're bound to encounter errors along the way. The key is to learn from them and keep iterating towards a better solution.
Ooh, that's a great analogy. Debugging your life. I like that.
And speaking of connections, did you notice how their interest in blood pressure, blood sugar, and blood lipids directly ties into their health goals?
Oh, absolutely. They're not just blindly following dietary advice. They're seeking a deep understanding of the science behind it.
It's like they're taking a full-stack approach to their health, from the macro level of diet and exercise all the way down to the micro level of cellular biology.
So fascinating. And then there's the potential link between their mindfulness practice, especially the mental noting, and the calmness and stoicism they describe.
Yeah, could that regular practice of observing thoughts and emotions without judgment be a key factor in their emotional stability?
It makes you wonder.
It's like they're training their mind to be less reactive to challenges and more resilient in the face of them.
It makes you wonder if that mental discipline carries over into other areas of their life, too.
Right. Maybe that's what enables them to focus on complex coding tasks or stick with long-term projects like their blog, even when the initial excitement fades.
It's so interesting to think about how all these different aspects of their life might be interconnected and influencing each other.
Absolutely. It really highlights the complex relationship between our minds, bodies, and the world around us, and how those interactions shape our experiences and ultimately who we become.
And to think, all this insight came from a single blog post. It's pretty amazing.
It really shows how much we can learn about someone and even ourselves, by simply paying attention to the details and digging a little deeper beneath the surface.
This blog post is like a window into a rich and complex inner world. It makes you think about the stories we tell ourselves and the narratives we create about our own lives.
Exactly. So, dear listener, we want to turn the focus to you for a moment. What if you were to write your own This Week in Review?
What categories would you include? What goals would you be tracking? And what insights would you be eager to share with the world?
It's an interesting question to consider. And remember, it's not about comparing yourself to others or striving for some unattainable ideal of perfection. It's about self-reflection and gaining a deeper understanding of your own priorities, values, and what you want to achieve.
It's about taking a moment to acknowledge your wins, recognize your challenges, and appreciate the unique journey that is your life.
Who knows? Maybe in the process of reflecting, you'll uncover hidden connections or surprising insights that illuminate your own path.
And that's what makes this whole exercise so powerful. We're all detectives in a way, constantly gathering clues and piecing together the puzzle of our own lives.
And sometimes, the most unexpected discoveries come from exploring the lives of others and finding those points of connection that remind us we're all in this grand experiment of life together.
It's so easy to lose sight of the bigger picture when you're caught up in the daily grind, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It's like we're on this treadmill just going and going, and sometimes we forget to step off and take a look around.
This whole week in review exercise is like a reminder to pause and reflect on where we are and where we want to be.
It helps you zoom out and see the forest instead of just the trees. And it allows you to appreciate how far you've come, you know? Celebrate those small wins and acknowledge the challenges you're facing.
And sometimes those small wins are the most meaningful ones.
Exactly. It's not always about the big, splashy achievements.
Sometimes the most profound insights come from those everyday moments. How we react to stress, how we choose to spend our downtime, the things that spark joy. These are all threads that, when woven together, create the tapestry of our lives.
I love that. It's not just about the grand design, but the texture, the little details that make each tapestry unique and beautiful.
So, dear listener, as you go about your week, we encourage you to pay attention to those threads, those tiny details that reveal so much about who you are and what you value.
Don't be afraid to experiment. Try something new. Explore a different working path. Pick up a book on a topic you've always been curious about. Or heck, maybe even start your own Week in Review blog.
Exactly. We all have stories to tell, insights to share, and lessons to learn.
So keep exploring, keep reflecting, and keep diving deep into this fascinating world of human experience. And until next time, keep those insights coming.
We'll see you on our next deep dive.